Mr. Trone.
Thank y'all for coming. That was a tough one. I want to take my hat off first to Howard. They played an impeccable game for 40 minutes. They never got rattled. When we got it close, when it was 2 points with about, I think, 8 minutes to go, I mean, we made some costly mistakes that they pulled away from us, and we never could get back to, to over the hump, to say. I take my hat off to them. They played a really good game. You know, we had spurts, but truthfully, we beat ourselves. We beat ourselves. 14 turnovers really hurt us for a team that doesn't press. And a lot of the turnovers were when we was about to score, it looked like, but some of them, I say 6 or 7 of them, I'm going to take because I always say, share the game. And they was trying to make passes to the next guy to score. So, at least they were being cognizant of their teammates to, make the pass. We can't afford to let a team shoot 80% from 3 in the second half. They were 4 for 5. That's a remedy for disaster. I mean, to lose by 13, I thought it was a lot more. I actually asked the coaches, I said, is this the right stat sheet? I thought it was more like 24. But, when you're so far down and you're digging out of a hole, it seems like a lot more. But the beauty of it is, for this team, like I just had a long talk with them, basketball is 365 days or 4 days out of the year. You get better in the off season. And we got to take this off season real serious. We have 0 seniors. And I was walking down the hall and I said, to Cam, he said, you think everyone is coming back? And I'm not worried about who's coming and who's leaving. That's the new age basketball. But we have the affordability to bring everyone back. And everyone seems like they're coming back. So until they tell me otherwise, we have a really good nucleus to bring back next year. And one thing I've learned in my 5 years being here at Morgan and the VIAC, the team that usually has the most returners that contribute, not just the most returners, that contribute, is usually one of the most successful teams in the league. And one thing is for my job is to study the league, and I've done that. And, we've had a lot of turnover, with the transfer portal and all this. The thing that's really hurt us those days. Allen he was hobbly the whole game. You probably didn't notice because he played through it. He really got hurt yesterday at practice. Cowan's out. Winston had a broken finger, but we're not making no excuses. We just played with who we had. Trent was out. I got a team full of fighters. We just got to figure out how to fight and win now. So, it's a good game. Howard won. The better team won tonight, and we just got to learn from it.
Coach, throughout your matchups against Howard, even the January 27th game back at Hill Fieldhouse, you guys were down 12 and came back to win. Even at Howard, you guys came back and will ultimately lose. With today's game, with you guys bringing the deficit down to 2 before they had back-to-back threes, what is the mindset in the team? And is it like you guys have done this before, so you can do it again, or is it something else?
Thanks for reminding me we was down 12. and, basketball, this game is a tedious game. And you're going to be up some games, you're going to be down some games. You just got to have fighters to fight through when you're down, because it's not going to always be the way you want it to be. I wish I could script it, like I tell these guys, basketball is like a component of life, and we wish we could script what we do in life every day, every minute, every hour, but we can't. And we have a saying, when you fall down, you get back up. And when we're down, we're trying to get back up. And I just want guys that want to fight through adversity, because, it's only a few teams in the nation that's going to be hurt. Like you watch Houston, UConn, those teams, you see very little mistakes. We all going to make mistakes, and we're going to get down. But it's the mark of a man or a woman what you do when you get down. And like I tell our guys, we fight till the clock says 0-0. Like when we were down during the game, I had one guy, I thought in his eyes I could see quit, but we never quit. That's not who I am, and that's not who I want my team to be. So, being down, that's part of it. We've been up. We was up 15 against Howard. You didn't mention that at home. We was up 15. And, they cut the lead, but we still won. So today, though, we got down, we cut it to 2, and we just couldn't get over the wall.
Throughout the game, things were very physical, or was it attack on you as well as Coach Blakey? Well, you and Seth Towns kind of got into it throughout the game. Can y'all elaborate on that?
Let me elaborate on my technical, which I had no clue he called the technical, because I was talking to a referee over on the side, and we going, and the guy was at half court called the technical, and the guy who I was talking to said, I'll talk to him. What I was talking to him was something that was going on during the game. It had nothing to do with the call. It had nothing to do with it, because actually we got the call. So it made 0 sense. And, that's a part of, these guys are auditioning too. Just so you know, these referees. And yes, it was physical, but that's how the game's supposed to be. It's supposed to be physical. But as far as the technical, I'm baffled about that one, because the referee that called it, I wasn't even talking to him. And it wasn't an exchange with me and the guy that was a bad exchange. I was like, so I don't want to talk about the officiating, because officiating is an art. Because if you look at it, it says Morgan State fouls 20, Howard fouls 19. So that didn't determine the outcome of the game. We determined how we played the outcome.
Coach, the rebounding was an issue, especially on the offensive end. They hurt y'all a lot with that. How we all trying to adjust with that?
I tell you, I always tell these guys, things in the box. We always, before game, have 4 or 5 things in the box. And the first thing is box out rebound. Most of our games are predicated. If we win the rebounding war, most likely we're going to win the game. Second thing, have your teammates back. Third thing, share the game. And the fourth thing is play hard, play smart, play together. We didn't rebound and box out tonight. It's simple. We lost by 10 on the glass. I mean, early on, that was all their points. All their points early on was second shots and free throws. And that's a mark of a good team. It's a mark of a good team. They watch it on tape. And we have to be better.
Also, Coach, during that big one in the second half, they allowed y'all to have several one-shot possessions. Coach, how did that affect what you all were looking to do?
We're one of the top scoring teams in the league. We have been, I think we're top 3, 2 or 3. Scoring hasn't been an issue for us. The issue is the other end. And we can't have one possession and give them 2 or 3 possessions. That's the game there. So it hurts. It hurt us when we had one possession at a time. The thing that I thought that hurt us more so was, when you got someone going like he was going early, you keep going to him. You keep going to him, man. So a couple times I thought we looked them off, guys. And I understand it's 4 other guys out there. But sometimes you got to ride the horse. And, we got out of sync once we started doing different things. But, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. Like I told them, don't sit there and cry, break up stuff. This is a part of life. You can't win them all. It's what you do now after to get ready for the next chapter. So, we just take it on the chin. Hey, there's some good teams in this league. There's going to be some good games from here on out.
For the players, what did y'all learn from this year, this opportunity, so that next season y'all come out and make a run for this title again.
Learned a lot. Like, you're not gonna be able to win it by yourself. You really do need the whole team. And you gotta stick to principle at all times. Like, not just to the principle on the court, but even off the court, you gotta stick to the correct principles, doing the right thing in the classroom, showing up on time, just everything. It all comes to play. So if you mess up off the court, you're bound to mess up on the court. So it's just trying to do everything right, trying to live by the right things, play by the right things, do extra even when you don't want to. You gotta do extra. Just doing the right things really matter all the time.
Are you saying that because I'm here?
That's true.
Because I say that all the time.
It's a true thing, bro.
Well,
I'm lost at words right now. When he's talking about the crime and all that, that was really me. I'm just trying to get all this in because I really don't like losing.
Will, you played a really good season. I mean, both you and the whole team together. We've seen a lot of guys get a lot of accolades that they never had before, a lot of career highs for the team. So although tonight's turnout did not come out the way you expected, for the season in general, just if there is any grace you can give to yourself or the team, what would it be?
We didn't win. So I'm not going to try to say good things about the second team and stuff like that. We didn't win. That was the main goal coming into the season, win the championship. Wasn't no accolades, first team, second team, to win the championship. We failed. So I don't want to give myself that.
Any more questions for coach or student athletes?
One last for both players. Coach spoke earlier about the team return. Are you guys thinking in your minds right now, get back on the court? Get back. For sure. Let's go.
For sure. I'm loyal to him. I'm going to turn it back next year and come back on me. So,
Yeah. Even with the team, we talk about all the time, like, we like each other, we gonna come back, we like the system, like the school, so I feel like we gonna grow together, we gonna be better next year.
Let me say this, and I make this clear to the team. Yes, we had no signals. Like I told him, and I make this very clear, if we don't want to do right, and he just said what I just said. I just told the team, and he just said what I said. We have no signals. But I made it clear, if you don't want to do right, this is not the program for you. That means go to class, be on time, be respectable on campus. It's a whole litany of things because, like I always tell them, this is cosmopolitan world. You got to leave at some point and go out there and do real things. And if I don't teach you to do right things now, you're not going to do them then. And if you do the wrong things off the court, you're going to do them on the court. It translates. And I tell them all the time, when we're in the gym, look out that window. I always tell them, nobody out there cares two shits about you. This is the real world. This is a rough world. So you have to be good here, so when you go out in the real world, you know how to cope. Like I said, in life, I told them this today, you're not going to win every time. It goes back to your thing. You're going to get down. It's what you do when you get down. And it's funny. Last week, we were in the gym getting ready. And I've been coaching 33 years. And I've won every championship ring I had, about 9 or something like that. And they said, oh, that looks like Bill Russell. I said, but one thing coaches never talk about, how many times they fail. 33 years, 9, and I'm blessed. I've been around some good people, good coaches. But we lost a lot too. And this is the thing I'm teaching them now is, okay, we lost it. A couple years ago, we lost the championship here. I don't want kids tearing the locker room up, kicking. We lost before the game some of the things we've done. So so now we're going to build on this. And I tell them, don't be bitter, be better. We're going to be better next year. If guys buy it. Simple as that. So, I watch, and I'm not saying because it's back there, I watch Norfolk State. when you're building a winning culture, guys buy in. Buy in. And they do what they're supposed to do. You know, I watched some of the team Power 2 years ago, Central. You know, we aspire to be that way. You know, we don't just want to come here and participate. We want to come here and win. And like I tell them, you know, it's on us. It's on us, what we do. This is when you get better. Not today, not tomorrow, not this week, next week, the following week. That's when you don't get better during the season. You get better in the off season. And that means you get better during class, doing what you're supposed to, and so on and so forth. But, it's tough. Somebody's got to lose, and we lost today, and we still hold our head high. You know, we represent more, and hopefully we get better.
Thank you. That concludes today's press conference.
Thank you.